Dmitry Trenin, our mutual friend in Moscow, has said that we are now in we will look back on this as an inter-Cold War period. In other words, the period of sort of 1992 to 2014 is now the inter-Cold War period. Is that just a dramatically dark view from Moscow, or do you agree with Dmitry?
Well, everybody's talking about a new Cold War at this point in containment policy. I think that is an incorrect assessment of the situation. It's ahistorical. In a sense, it exaggerates the importance of U.S. Russian relations. During the Cold War, the U.S.-Soviet relationship really did determine what the international system was going to be like. A bipolar competition. That's not the type of relationship we have with Russia now, nor is it one that is possible, given both the problems in Russia and the very evident problems that we have at home and abroad as we rethink through what our role in the world is going to be. Containment, again, the problem we have is, I think, a lack of imagination in Washington. Every time we have a problem with Russia, we fall back on the Cold War, in part because we think it was successful, in part because most of us are too young to really remember all the history of the Cold War and the problems we had, and how, in many ways, it was surprised us that the Cold War ended the way it did. But think about containment now. How do you contain a country like Russia, which is among the top 10 economies in the world, a country that exports more hydrocarbons than any other country in the world, a country that has about $500 billion in international reserves at this point? How do you isolate a country when its fellow BRICS, China, Brazil, India, and South Africa are not in the mood for trying to isolate Russia? So I think in many ways it's an impractical policy. I think people are looking for a slogan at this point as to trying to think through clearly what the challenges are that we face in dealing with Russia, how we're going to manage them, and how we're going to use this relationship overall in order to advance American global interests.